I saw it is. He whispers softly into the moments you've concealed, a voice that feels like steady mercy, touching wounds you never healed. I saw the nights you cried in silence, saw the fear you hid so well. And though you thought you walked abandoned, child, I walk your hardest hell. His words fall warm like sunrise breaking over shadows long and cold, and the weight you kept in secret starts to loosen as he holds. Here your trembling finds its grounding, here your breath grows calm and fit. For the God who knows your story says with tenderness, I saw it. I saw it.
I saw it when your hope began to fade, when your strength fell under play. Every sorrow met my mercy, every heartbreak I remained. In the quiet of my presence, where your hidden tears were laid, child, I carried what you carried long before you ever prayed.
The gate up light, you breathe slow, letting his nearness touch the places time forgot. Feeling something start to open in the wounds you thought were rocked. For the God who shaped creation leans in close to comfort you, and the tears you held for ages start to fall like morning dew. Every ache you masked with silence meets a love that never flees. Every burden you kept quiet meets a kindness meant to ease. Here your soul begins its mending, here your doubts grow dull and slit, as the one who saw your darkness keeps repeating, I saw it. I saw it. In the hush of holy comfort, in the light his words transmit, you can hear him softly whisper, child, I never missed one bit.
I saw it through the valleys you walked through the fears you never knew. Every shadow met my healing, every wound I pulled you to. You revived the faint and fragile, you restored what sadness grew. Lord, your presence wrapped around me till my hope came back in view.
Let these words become the healing for the memories that burn. Let the truth you speak with mercy lift the weight of each return. You are faithful in my hurting, you are steady when I yearn, saying softly what you carried was my burden in its turn. Teach my heart to trust your vision, teach my soul what's true and fit, that the God who sees forever still leans down and says, I saw it.
Now your presence fills my breathing with a peace I long to know, and the pain once held in silence starts to lose its fear cheerful glow. Every scar becomes a window, showing where your love has lit. For the God who whispered, I saw it, held me through each breaking bit.
I can sense new hope returning, like a dawn that spreads its flame. And the strength I thought had vanished comes alive in Jesus' name. So I lift my hands in worship as you steady what was split. For the one who sees the unseen still says gently, I saw it. I saw it.
I saw it in the nights you felt alone, in the tears you hid unknown. Every hour held my presence, every sorrow reached my throne. Through the waiting, through the weary, through the seasons overgrown, Lord, you watched each fragile moment till my heart found hope redrawn.
I saw it till the day you come to me, till the last of sorrows flee, till the sky breaks into glory, till my face is all you see. I will trust the God who told me every moment, spoke to me.
Still healing,
Still learning, still held close in every bit. Lord, my soul rests in your promise. As you whisper, I saw it. I'll carry you, he whispers softly, into the weight you tried to bear. A voice so steady, full of mercy, lifting burdens made of air. I've watched you hold your trembling, trying hard to not let go. But child, I never asked you to face the storm alone below. His words fall warm like gentle hands placed beneath your weakened soul. And the heaviness you've held so long starts to loosen its control. Here your breathing finds its courage, here your fears fall fewer too. For the God who formed the mountain says with kindness, I'll carry you. I'll carry you through the nights too dark to pray. When your hope has slipped away, every sorrow meets my comfort, every tear I wipe away. In the shelter of my presence, in the love that will not sway. Child, you're never left to struggle, for I'm carrying your weight. You breathe out loud, letting his nearness wrap around your trembling chest. Feeling something start to settle, like your soul has found its rest. For the God who sees your weakness leans in close to lift it all. And the places you felt fragile find a strength in mercy's call. Every memory that wounded meets the touch of holy grace. Every fear you held in silence finds its healing in His face. Here your heart grows warm with safety. Here your soul begins renewed. As the voice that shaped forever keeps repeating, I'll carry you. In the hush of holy comfort, in the breath His words pursue, you can hear His soft assurance, I will always follow through. I'll carry you through the valleys of despair, through the storms you couldn't bear. Every shadow bends to mercy, every weight I choose to share. You revive the tired traveler, you restore what pain stripped bare. Lord, your arms become my refuge when my heart forgets repair. Let these words become the anchor when the winds return again. Let the truth you speak with kindness lift the sorrow from within. You are faithful in my weakness, you are present as my friend, saying softly you're still precious, and my carrying won't end. Teach my soul to trust your lifting. Teach my heart what's always true, that the God who holds creation holds the weight I gave to you. Now your presence fills my breathing with a strength I never knew, and the pain once pressed upon me starts to break and fade from view. Every scar becomes a story of the love you carried through. For the God who whispered, I'll carry you, never once let go of you. I can sense new hope returning, like a dawn that paints the sky, and the faith I thought was fading comes alive as you draw nigh. So I lift my hands in worship as your grace comes shining through. For the God who bears my burdens keeps on saying, I'll carry you, I'll carry you in the shadows and the light, in the weakness and the fight. Every heartbreak meets your healing, every wrong you make alright. Through the long nights, through the waiting, through the valleys lacking sight, Lord, you carried me with mercy till my soul found strength to rise. I'll carry you till the day you call me home, till the storms no longer roam, till I walk into your presence, till I bow before your throne. I will trust the God who promised you're not walking on your own. Still lifting as you say, I'll carry you. I'm not done, he whispers gently into the places where you've cried. A voice that cuts through discouragement like soft light opening wide. I've seen the moments you felt broken, felt the way you couldn't bear. Child, the chapters you call over, I am still rewriting there. His words fall warm as sunrise over ruins you recall, and the pain that shaped your morning starts to lose its bitter wall. Here your breathing finds new courage, here your doubts begin to shun. For the God who lifts the fallen says with kindness, I'm not done. I'm not done with the story of your pain, with the wounds you can't explain. Every sorrow meets my mercy, every loss becomes my gain. In the silence of my presence, in the hope that will remain, child, my hands are still creating beauty in the hidden grain. Ngừng đáp lại, you breathe slow, feeling his nearness brush against your wounded past, like a quiet promise rising that his mercy always lasts. For the God who molds the seasons leans in close to shape you too, and the pieces you thought ruined start aligning fresh and new. Every tear you shed in darkness meets a love that doesn't fade. Every memory once so painful bows before the grace he made. Every spirit feels awakened, here your healing has begun, as the one who writes your future keeps repeating, I'm not done. In the hush of holy patience, in the breath that meets the sun, you can hear his steady whisper, child, the work has just begun. I'm not done with the valleys you survived, with the hope you kept alive. Every trial finds my purpose, every hurt I will revive. You renew the faint and fragile, you restore what pain deprived. Lord, you lead me into fullness, where my courage can arrive. Let these words become the anchor when discouragement returns. Let the truth you speak with kindness cool the places failure burns. You are gentle in my doubting, you are steady when I run, saying softly you're still growing, your tomorrow's just begun. Teach
Teach my soul to trust your timing. Teach my heart the race you've won. For the God who never leaves me still declares, I'm not done.
Your presence fills my breathing with a peace I didn't know, and the grief I held for ages starts to loosen as you show. Every scar becomes a witness to the love you carried through. For the God who whispered, I'm not done, never once let go of you. I can sense fresh hope expanding, like a dawn that won't retreat. In the strength I thought was stolen finds its rhythm, clear and sweet. So I lift my hands in worship as your mercy overcomes. For the voice that speaks a future still says softly, I'm not done. I'm not done. Through the long nights you endured, through the sorrows unassured, every moment holds my promise. Every chapter gets restored. Through the waiting, through the silence, through the hurt you never cured, Lord, you shaped my broken seasons till my heart felt reassured. I'm not done till the day I stand above, held by grace and held by love, till I walk into your kingdom, till I hear your voice enough. I will trust the God who promised, my work in you is strong and tough. Still trusting, still rising, still held close in what you've begun. Lord, my soul rests in your promise as you whisper, I'm not done. I'm right here, he whispers softly into the places you feel numb. A voice that feels like gentle shelter, calling weary hearts to come. I know the weight you've carried quietly, the shame you couldn't name. But even when you doubted me, child, my love remained the same.
His words fall warm like steady light across the corners of your fear, and the trembling that once ruled you starts to fade as he draws near.
Here your spirit finds its breathing,
Hear your tears fall less severe, for the God who walks beside you says with kindness, I'm right here.
I'm right here when the nights don't seem to end, when you lose the strength to mend. Every sorrow meets my mercy, every fracture I defend. In the quiet of my presence, where your lonely road suspend, child, I hold you with a promise. that my heart won't break or bend. In great application, breathe slow, letting his nearness soften burdens in your chest. Feeling something long forgotten, like your soul can finally rest. For the God who knows your story leans in close to heal your pain, and the wounds you held in darkness meet a love that won't restrain. Every fear you learn to swallow meets a hand that won't let go. Every silence that felt heavy meets a grace that starts to grow. Here your heart begins to settle. Here your healing comes sincere, as the God who never left you keeps repeating, I'm right here. In the hush of holy comfort, in the breath he draws you near, you can hear his steady whisper, you have nothing left to fear. I'm right here through the storms that shook your days, through the doubts and hidden ways. Every valley finds my shelter, every burden my embrace. You revive the faint and fragile, you restore the hearts that raise. Lord, you cover me with kindness till my soul feels safe again. Let these words become the anchor when the night grows fierce and long. Let the truth you speak with mercy break the lie that I'm not strong. You are faithful in my weakness, you are steady all along, saying softly you're not hopeless, you are safe, you still belong.
Teach my heart to trust your nearness, teach my soul what's true and clear, that the God who stays forever still declares, I'm right here.
Now your presence fills my breathing with a peace I didn't know, and the pain that shaped my footsteps starts to loosen as I go. Every scar becomes a witness to the love you carried through. For the God who whispered, I'm right here, never once lost sight of you. I can sense fresh hope returning, like a dawn that breaks the night, and the courage I thought missing rises softly in your light. So I lift my hands in worship as your mercy draws me near, for the voice that made creation still says gently, I'm right here. I'm right here in your weakness and your fight, in your tears that fall breathing, still healing, held by love that conquers fear. Lord, my soul rests in your promise. As you whisper, I'm right here. There was a lantern in the dust, glowing softly by the road, barely bright enough to notice, yet it warmed the heavy load. I had wandered through the shadows, carrying years of quiet ache, not expecting any light to find the places I would break. But that lantern flickered gently, with a glow both warm and true, like a whisper made of sunlight falling softly into view. And although the world around me felt too dark to trust the air, that small lantern in the dust said, "You're seen, I'm still here." Like a lantern in the dust, on a road worn by fear, where the lonely hearts wander with their memories severe. There it shines with quiet mercy, pulling heaven halfway near. Like a lantern in the dust, faith grows year by year. I had walked with hidden burdens no one else could understand, trying hard to keep my breathing steady in a trembling land. And the nights were long and aching, like a weight I couldn't lift, till that lantern's gentle glowing gave my spirit space to shift. Every shadow softened slowly as the dusty road grew bright, and the pain I carried inward met a small, persistent light. And I learned that healing whispers in the places life feels rough, that the smallest flame of mercy is more powerful than enough. In the stillness of that moment, in the calm without demand, came a comfort softly glowing, like a blessing from His hand. Like a lantern in the dust, glowing steady through the night, where the broken hearts gather in the fading of their fight. There it burns with quiet promise, turning darkness into light. Like a lantern in the dust, mercy shines up bright. flicker, trembling softly in the wind. But it grows when we get honest with the way we hold within. Maybe hope begins its rising when we've nowhere left to run, and a lantern in the dust proves the night can be undone. Every mile became a memory, every step a gentle trust, and the lantern kept on glowing through the shadows and the dust. All the wounds I thought were endless lost their power, lost their crust, in that tiny flame of mercy, burning quiet, kind and just. Now that lantern walks within me like a light beneath my ribs, guiding every weary moment that the world so often strips. And the hope I thought was shattered glows again from deep inside, like a flame that won't surrender to the darkness or the tide. Every season finds renewal, every valley finds release, every scar becomes a tremor of a long and steady peace. And I move with gentler footsteps as His mercy keeps me trust, for the one who lit my darkness set a lantern in the dust. Like a lantern in the dust, where the hurting hearts heal, where the tears fall in silence, but the comfort turns them real. There the shadows grow lighter, there the spirit starts to feel, like a lantern in the dust. Hope becomes something still. Like a lantern in the dust, burning warm through the cold, where the tired souls gather with their stories left untold. There I tasted quiet mercy in a glow that gently bore. By that lantern in the dust, my heart was reborn. Still glowing, still got. There's a morning on the hilltop where the daylight breaks the night, where the sky glows soft and golden and the world is washed in light. I had climbed that early pathway with a heart worn down by days, hoping sunrise might remember how to cut through all my haze.
When I reached the final ridgeland and the breeze brushed past my skin, every ounce of fear I carried lost the strength it held within. For the sun rose slow and steady, like a promise kept and true. On the morning on that hilltop, hope began to feel new.
Morning on the hilltop where the shadows retreat, where the long nights of hurting lose their hold on my feet. There the silence turns golden, there the sunrise feels sweet. Morning on the hilltop, grace and light finally meet. I had walked through days of doubting, through the valleys cold and wide, had forgotten what it felt like having warmth at my side. But the hilltop stood there waiting, with a peace that felt alive, and the light that touched its edges told my soul it could revive.
Every memory turned gentler, every fear lost its demand, as the sunrise spilled its color like a blessing from his hand. And the weight I carried inward seemed to lift in morning air, for the hilltop held my spirit like a tender, quiet prayer.
In the hush of early sunlight, in the warmth that dawn reveals, came a peace that moved inside me, teaching hearts how hope feels. Morning on the hilltop, where the weary rise tall, where the things once overwhelming grow so faint, feel so small. There the heart finds its courage, there the shadows finally fall. Morning on the hilltop, he restores through it all. Maybe healing comes in sunrise, in the things we barely see, in the quiet glow of morning that reminds who we can be. Maybe hope is born in warm light, when the soul begins to yield, and the hilltop shows our spirit what a broken heart concealed. Every ray became a promise, every warmth became release, and the hilltop held my breathing, the slow and settling peace. All the tears I shed in silence found their calm and found decrease. In the morning's gentle brightness, I felt mercy deep increase. Morning on the hilltop, where the heartbeats grow strong, where the pain turns to wisdom and the night moves along. There the shadows lose power, there the spirit finds a song. Morning on the hilltop, grace makes right what was wrong. Morning on the hilltop, where the weary hearts heal, where the quiet speaks gently in a warmth rich and real. There I tasted renewal, felt the truth revealed. Morning on that hilltop, hope became something still. Still rising, still shining, like a flame I can't distill. For the mercy of that sunrise lives on every hill. Hang in meadow, where the water whispers low, where the sunlight paints the ripples like a soft golden glow. I found something warm and tender, moving slowly in the wind. Something healing, something holy, something deep that felt like friend.
Every burden I had carried, every sorrow I had known, seemed to drift across that water like the river claimed its own. And my heart, so worn and heavy, felt a stirring deep inside, as if kindness took my shoulder and sat gently by my side.
At the river of kindness, where weary hearts bend, where the long nights of grieving finally come to an end. There the water speaks softly, there the soul learns to mend. At the river of kindness I felt mercy descend. I had walked through hidden seasons, I had prayed through silent cries, carried storms that never softened in the space behind my eyes. But that river took my story, every fear I couldn't name, and it flowed with gentle patience, as if nothing was the same.
There was healing in the stillness, like the water understood. Every hour I felt broken, every moment lost for good. And the peace that wrapped around me felt like home in morning light, like the river knew my shadows, yet still said I'd be alright.
In the hush of flowing mercy, in the truth no doubt can steal, came a whisper on the river, child, it's time to let it heal. At the river of kindness, where the hurting hearts rest, where the memories of failure slowly rise from the chest, there the burdens lose power, there the lost become blessed. At the river of kindness I found strength in the midst of unrest. Maybe grace runs like a current, soft but strong beneath the flow. Maybe hope grows without warning in the places pain won't go. Maybe healing comes in whispers when we're quiet in our soul, like a river always knowing how to carry and console.
Every ripple told a story, every sparkle held a light, and the river seemed to promise that the dark won't rule the night. And the past that tried to drown me lost its hold and lost its fight. In the kindness of that river I felt mercy taking flight.
Now the river flows within me, though I'm miles away from shore, like a quiet, steady memory that I carry evermore. And the peace that touched my spirit keeps reminding from above that the one who shaped the waters shapes my heart with patient love.
Every season finds its purpose, every chapter finds its place, every scar becomes a witness to a long, surprising grace. And I walk with new assurance, knowing deeply what is true, that the river of His kindness still runs my whole life through.
At the river of kindness, where the worn out hearts arise, where the tears fall like offerings under soft, open skies. There the sorrow grows quiet, there the broken realize. At the river of kindness, He forever makes wise. At the river of kindness, where all burdens are thrown, where the heart finds its courage when it thought it had none. There I tasted redemption, felt its warmth like the sun. At that river of kindness, new beginnings begun. Still flowing, still healing, still a peace I can't dismiss. For the river of kindness holds my heart in gentle bliss. There's a quiet little roadway where the dust falls soft and slow, where the footsteps feel like whispers and the breeze begins to blow. And I found myself there wandering with a heart worn down and tired, chasing questions with no answers, carrying hope that had expired.
Yet the silence wasn't empty, it was warm, familiar kind, like the road itself was speaking to the shadows in my mind. And the stillness wrapped around me like a long forgotten song, saying softly, keep on walking, you've been trying for so long.
On that quiet road of mercy, where the broken hearts are slow, where the memories lose their sharpness and the hurt begins to go, there I felt a gentle presence, standing close in evening's glow. On the quiet road of healing, I learned I'm not alone.
I had carried fears like luggage that grew heavier with each mile, had forgotten how to rest in something simple, something mild.
But that quiet road grew softer with each footstep I would make, as if mercy paved its surface for my weary heart's own sake. There were moments I felt fragile, but the road felt safe and wide, like a friend who walks beside you, though no one is at your side. And the weight I carried inward started slowly letting go, on that quiet road of healing, where the gentle breezes flow. And the truth I feared to face rose like sunlight through the haze, that the quiet road had known me through my darkest, longest days. On that quiet road of mercy, where the wandering hearts mend, where the lonely find their courage and the wounded find a friend, there the silence turns to comfort, There the shadows gently bend on that quiet road of healing. All my fears met their end. Maybe peace comes not in thunder, not in fire, not in a roar. Maybe healing walks beside us on the dusty country floor.
Maybe hope is just a footstep that we take when strength is thin, and the quiet road reminds us that the journey starts within.
Every mile became a memory, every breath a kind release, and the quiet road kept whispering like a promise full of peace. All the pain I carried with me lost its weight and found decrease on that quiet road of mercy, where my soul found sweetest ease. Now I walk that road inside me, even when I'm far away, like a stillness I can lean on when life's nights replace my day.
And the peace that touched my journey keeps reminding soft and low that no matter where I wander, there is healing left to grow.
Every season finds its purpose, every valley finds a light, every scar becomes a lesson, shining softly in the night. And I move with new assurance as the truth winds through my bones. On that quiet road of mercy, I found strength I've never known. On that quiet road of mercy, where the aching hearts rise, where the tears fall like confessions under wide and open skies. There the sorrow melts slowly, there the spirit never dies. On the quiet road of healing, I found hope in disguise. On that quiet road of mercy, where the weary let go, where the long nights of doubting meet a soft and gentle glow, there I tasted restoration in a peace I now know. On the quiet road of mercy, I found my way home. There's a valley where the soft winds rise like comfort in the air, where the world grows quiet slowly and the soul finds room to care. I had wandered through that valley with a heart worn down and sore, searching for a place to breathe when I couldn't take much more.
But the winds came gently lifting every sorrow from my chest, like a song without a rhythm, but the rhythm of his rest. And the stillness wrapped around me like a blanket warm and kind. In the valley of soft winds, every burden declined.
In the valley of soft winds, where the weary hearts bend, where the long nights of hurting finally come to an end, there the quiet holds healing, there the broken hearts mend. In the valley of soft winds, grace becomes a friend. I had carried guilt and shadows, memories sharp as a winter stone, had forgotten how to breathe in a world that felt unknown. But that valley whispered gently, like a truth I'd overlooked, saying healing doesn't hurry, it just needs to be unhooked.
Every fear began to soften, every tear felt less alone, as the winds blew through my spirit like a kindness I was shown. And the pain that gripped my footsteps lost its power as I stood in the valley of soft winds, where the hurting turns to good.
In the hush of open spaces, in the breath the mountains send, came a peace I never tasted, like a long lost childhood friend. In the valley of soft winds, where the faint hearts revive, where the sorrow grows lighter and the lonely learn to thrive, there the quiet speaks mercy, there the weary come alive. In the valley of soft winds, faith begins to survive. Maybe grace moves like a whisper through the valleys we don't choose. Maybe comfort grows in silence when we think we're bound to lose. Maybe hope is born in stillness when the world turns rough and cruel, and the soft winds teach our spirits how to bend but not to break or bruise. Every breeze became a promise, every sigh became release, and the valley held my weakness in a cradle built of peace. All the wounds I feared were endless lost their hold and found decrease. In the valley of soft winds, I felt mercy without cease. Now that valley lives within me, though the road has brought me far, like a gentle, quiet memory that still knows the way things are. And the peace that touched my breathing keeps returning with the dawn, as if every soft wind whispers, child, your strength was never gone.
Every season finds renewal, every loss finds something new, every scar becomes a blessing, shaped by love and carried through. And I walk with deeper courage, knowing this one truth that bends. soft winds, every heartache slowly mends.
In the valley of soft winds, where the hardened hearts ease, where the stories long forgotten meet forgiveness on their knees. There the shadows grow lighter, there the soul finds its peace. In the valley of soft winds, every sorrow is released. In the valley of soft winds, where the lonely hearts heal, where the quiet speaks kindness in a voice warm and real. There I tasted redemption, felt the hope start to seal. In that valley of soft winds, I found grace I can feel. Still breathing, still resting in the comfort heaven sends. For the valley of soft winds keeps on healing as it bends. There's a place where the tall pines stand unmoving in the breeze, where the world grows calm around you and the soul can rest with ease. I had wandered to that clearing with a heart worn thin and frail, carrying storms upon my shoulders like a ship without a sail. But the pines stood tall in silence, like they understood my pain, and their stillness wrapped around me like a long and gentle rain. There was something in their quiet, something old and something wise. In the place where pines stand still, peace began to stabilize. Where the pines stand still, where the restless heart slow, where the broken find breathing and the shadows let go. There the silence feels holy, there the soft mercies grow. Where the pines stand still, grace begins to flow. I had carried quiet failures, carved like frost upon my chest, had forgotten how to linger in a space where I was blessed. But that forest held a stillness that no storm could tear apart, and the ache I kept for ages met a calm inside my heart. Every whisper of the treetops felt like heaven brushed my face. Every breath of pine beside me felt like comfort filled with grace. And the wounds I feared were endless found a gentle healing thrill in that forest with its stillness, where the pine stood firm and still. In the hush of shaded pathways, in the light that filters thin, came a blooming peace so quiet that my soul could breathe again. Where the pines
stand still, where the lonely hearts mend, where the years of old shadows finally reach their end. There the silence turns healing, there the soul finds a friend, where the pine stands still, hope begins to ascend.
Maybe strength grows in the stillness, in the quiet unexpressed, not in thunder, not in fire, but in moments undistressed. Maybe peace stands tall beside us when we think we've lost the will, and the soul relearns its breathing where the pines stand firm and still.
Every needle held a story, every sigh a soft release, and the forest felt like refuge from my battles without peace. All the wounds I tried to carry lost their bite and found a crease. In the watchful silent pine trees I felt mercy gently increase. Now the forest lives within me, though the world around me spins, like a quiet rooted memory that restores where joy begins. And the presence that I tasted in the cool unmoving air keeps on whispering within me, you're not broken, I am there. Every season finds renewal, every fear finds something mild, every scar becomes a witness of a grace both deep and wild. And I walk with steadier footsteps, knowing truth that can fulfill, that the God who built the mountains made a place where pines stand still, where the pines stand still, where the burdened hearts rise, where the tears fall like rainfall under soft open skies. There the shadows grow lighter, there the soul clarifies, where the pines stand still, grace becomes the prize. Where the pines stand still, he rebuilt every norm. Still rooted, still breathing, in the calm I can't distill, for the forest of his mercy